Hello everybody, welcome to Bitchin' and Prayin', and we're back today for another episode of Bitchin' and Prayin's Haunted Michigan. We're back in Battle Creek, Michigan, which is right near me, and we are going to check out the haunted Columbia Court Apartments. I'm going to show you a couple images here on the computer. This is the office. This is the front of the units. The sign. Units and the sign. The front of some of the units. Again, that's kind of, I think that's the office. That just shows a map of Michigan. So again, we'll go over this and we're going to go right up to them. Drive up to them, so keep these pictures in your mind. And here in just a second, I'm going to read you a little bit about them. I know about them myself. I've been around them my whole life. I mean, I don't know a ton. I haven't a ton about them. I've actually been in them. But my whole life they've been there. So anyhow, those are the pictures. Okay, on the Michigan Haunted House website, it says these apartments are believed to be haunted by former residents. Witnesses have reported latch closet doors opening on their own, hangers that move, lights turning on and off, whispers, footsteps, pots, pans that are thrown or broken. Yelling reports say that one of the units, cold spots can be felt, along with a hostile presence and something that likes to touch, grope female residents. Okay, so that's on that site. Hang on. Okay, it says, even though this looks like it may very well have been a motel at one time, it is formerly known as the Culp Court Apartments, Webster Apartments. The Columbia Court Apartments has reportedly been around for well over 100 years, with small units that may mean families have lived there over the past century. Didn't have much cash to spend on larger rentals. It also means it's possible that people grew old and passed away in some of these units, and some specters of past residents are believed to be seen and heard on occasions. Like what? Heavy footsteps are heard in empty units, knocking on doors with no one in sight, lights turned on and off by themselves, locked doors open by themselves. One particular unseen entity likes to feel and grope and touch females. Whispering can be heard coming out of thin air, unusual cold spots, sound of kitchenware, plates, and stoveware being thrown, broken in the kitchen of current residents. When checked, the kitchen shows no signs of anything broken or in disarray. I'm reading from bottom to top. Yelling and screaming from unseen entities in empty units, possibly caused by the spirits of residents who had a history of arguing. Okay. I think that's it. And this is at 504 East Columbia Avenue in Battle Creek, Michigan. Now, long time ago, we're talking like over 20 years ago, I had a friend who lived in one of these, and I did not know about its history of supposedly being haunted back then, but I know I did not feel comfortable in them by myself. Like when they'd go outside to barbecue or whatever. It was like reminded you of a lake cottage or something. All the ones, his at least, had like the dressers were built into the walls. It was very small and dark. We'd all hang out there. We were young, very in our early 20s. It would be a bunch of us all hang out, like I said, and they would barbecue outside. It was kind of creepy. And then, like a couple of years ago, I worked with an older lady that lived there with her fiance. She said I did know about this then, and she said they didn't have any problems there that she knew of. They did hear a lot of yelling, but they just thought it was their neighbors. A lot of people there drank. There's a lot of people there with substance abuse issues, is what she said. So anyhow, this is what they're, a couple of things we read about it. It's on a bunch of the haunted sites. So I'm going to show you one more picture. Hang on. Okay, so here's like one more picture of the office, and then we're going to take a ride past there. All right, we're coming up on it right here, and you can see the office right here to the right was that picture I was showing you, the tan building. Right there. And disclaimer, I did not say that everybody that lived here had a substance abuse problem. And that's what the lady told me. That a lot of people did, so she always heard a lot of yelling is what she said. Okay, this is a storage unit building. I got on the wrong side of this somehow. So here, let me turn around and go past the front. Here we go. So these are the units. Here's that sign that you saw in the pictures, and you just saw this unit over here that we passed was the tan one that was in the picture. Here to the front were the units that you saw in the picture. And in one of these, get some of these unit numbers. Actually, I don't see any unit numbers. Do you? 14 is over here at this beginning. If you look it up, that's number 14. Some of these, on some of the haunted sites, actually said some of them had more activity. It might have been down around and back here where we're going. There's that office building that you saw in the last picture right before we got here. And then there's more units back here. And if you do go on some of the haunted sites, some of them will name the numbers that had more of the activity. Here, go around behind me here. 18 and 19, I think might have been the ones they were talking about. Over here is the 90s. And I'm going to cut to the right here. Over here is 17, 16. And then over here is 98. Don't get any license plates. We're trying not to get license plates. I am new at this video stuff, so everybody please forgive my mistakes. I have no editing tools. And it might have been 15 and 16 that I read on the sides. Over here on the white brick stuff. Let me turn back in. Watch the license plates that had the activity, but I did read where a lot of this, some of these units had more activity than the others. And my friend that lived here, I think he lived in the back part here, but it's been so long ago. Might have been right in here. It was 20 some years ago. Well over 20 some years ago. 30 years ago. It was 30 years ago. So anyhow, we'll turn this way. Pull out of here. And turn back around and get a shot. We go by. There they are. Columbia Court, haunted. Columbia Court Apartments, Battle Creek, Michigan. Pandemic episode number 2.